Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back through daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Hedera and HBAR, so let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. So first off, we do see this. Boom, Zeus market has officially surpassed 40 million HBAR in transactional volume. No, I'm just joking. So I did tweet this out last night, and I really kind of said like, hey, we were going to see, Zeus market hit 40 million. By the time that I did post that video yesterday, we did surpass over 40 million in total transactional volume. Why is this even exciting? Well, it just shows us that there's been over 10 million HBAR transacted in the last 24 days alone on Hedera NFTs alone. And this market is really heating up. A lot of individuals are putting, a lot of time and effort into a lot of these NFTs, and a lot of these projects do deserve the recognition and also the amount of growth that they have seen. There has been a lot of scams. There's been a lot of, rug pulls, but for the most part, the NFT sector on Hedera is continuously growing, and I could not be any more happier about the success and the growth of the HBAR NFTs. Now also, this has sprouted a few major players within this market as well. NFT or Rarity Engine actually came out with this massive thread talking about why they did choose smart contracts on Hedera, and it was an easy route for them to take because of, the strength and the overall statistics around Hedera as well. And here's a demo, by the way, of their new launchpad. And we do see like smart contracts provide a lot of functional value that you essentially get for free. That is important for decentralization, like not having third-party control in the mint from the back end. By using a smart contract, we help ensure a great UI/UX to those minting. No sniping, no duplicates, no unnecessarily, refunds, safety, permissions. We even see like gas fees, engagement, all of this kind of stuff that we all want if you are developing things within the NFT sector. Remember, this is great, by the way, because a lot of the NFTs on Hedera right now currently lack utility. So something like this is going to provide a lot more insights, a lot more incentives as well for a lot of these major holders of these, NFTs. And I'm very excited for this. I think that this is going to be great. And like I said, this is not the only, NFT platform out there doing some pretty big things. Also, HashGuild just recently announced that they will be introducing the HashGuild Launchpad, the first step for Hedera NFT projects. We've gone and set up the infrastructure that allows creators to optimize their mints, including features such as holders mints, whitelist, and even public minting. A lot of updates are happening right now around the NFT sector, and I think that this is only just the beginning. Remember, I just said in yesterday's video, I look forward to when we are back in a bull run and a lot more eyes are on this project, because these NFTs are going to skyrocket in value and also even volume. And also, smart contracts, why are they chosen on Hedera? Well, it's simple, right? Smart Contracts 2.0 has gone well above and beyond of the competition. This is not the only thing as well. Like if you go over to the smart contract service area on their website, they fully break everything down, especially at the bottom here as well. Sorry, I went a little bit too far down. So we do see like Solidity Community, Carbon Negative, low fees, fair ordering, fast transactions, and optionally upgradable. And smart contracts is just the start. Like 2.0, I think that we will see a lot more development and a lot more updates around smart contracts, as we have been kind of seeing that, added within the roadmap too. But there's going to be a lot built around smart contracts, as if you guys have been in crypto for a while, you know this. But these are like the sectors that they are focused on right now currently. And yeah, I mean, like this is huge. This is a huge stepping stone for Hedera. I told you guys about Smart Contracts 2.0 last September. It's been over a year since their inception, and a lot has actually come from them. And also, we did see a major XRP influencer. I shouldn't even say influencer, but it's like a larger account. They do have over 175,000 followers. But they did talk about bridging the communities between HBAR and XRP. We have been seeing a lot of this actually happening around the HBAR sector, specifically from the XRP side of things. Spectre, which is a huge NFT project on the XRP ledger, recently kind of got into the HBAR NFT scene as well. So a lot of these communities are really kind of, I would say, diverging into one and really kind of growing together, which I love to see. We've actually seen this with Meta Zombies as well. Like Meta Zombies is kind of moving over to kind of bridge the community of Solana to Hedera, and this is great for the success of the overall ecosystem, but also to add a lot more eyes on the NFTs within Hedera. Now, also, today is a huge day. We do see asset added to the roadmap today. Hedera Hbar is officially getting listed on Coinbase. We have no ETA, but it is official. We are finally getting the Coinbase listing. It only happened a year later than what we really kind of expected, but this is still great to see. And we don't have an ETA, we don't know when, but this is extremely bullish, and I think that this should also make anybody really kind of happy that is an HBAR holder, because it finally has officially been announced, which I think that this is awesome to see. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below about this, because we've been waiting for a very long time. And also, talking more things about this, the funny thing is that I'm surprised that this didn't happen sooner. This diagram from Documenting HBAR on Twitter is a perfect insight on really what Hedera is building. They're building something very special. There's a ton of insights on this diagram, but like, just the names alone that are connected to Hedera, the use cases. We recently talked about the CBDCs. We talked about ANZ Bank. Like, everything happening right now on Hedera is something remarkable. So it's not a big surprise to me that Coinbase is officially trying to list them now, as the activity has not slowed down at all. We've been seeing a lot of ecosystem players being announced just recently, right? If you actually go over to the HBAR Foundation, for an example, they have been really kind of streamlining the talks around a lot of things. Yesterday, we talked about the ANZ stuff, right? This was huge, but there's so much more. Like, they are continuously being extremely active on Twitter. They have basically started marketing in a weird way. That it's just like the activity. They're making so much noise. They're being so active to the point that, like, Hedera's on my timeline at least 3 to 5 times a day. It's crazy. So they are definitely making a lot of noise. But like I said, it's not a big surprise to me that Coinbase is listing them. Like I said, I thought they were going to list them a lot earlier. In fact, like, if you go over to Hedera's website, you can go to their journey. All you have to do is go to governance and then go to journey. Like, this has started going back to 2012 to 2014, where they were really kind of talking about, distributed consensus at scale. And what blossomed into it was, of course, Hedera. And, at first, like, there was not a lot of growth. Like, this took some time. But then we seen giants like Boeing, FIS, IBM, and Tata Communications announced as GC members. From here, the growth just basically domino affected. Now, again, a lot of people will focus on the price action, which is totally fine. I understand it. I mean, like, short-term price action definitely is something that a lot of individuals should be focused on, especially if you are here to make fast money. But to me personally, like, a lot of the things that we have seen going all the way back to like 2021, to now, in just one singular year, has been something remarkable. I mean, like, right now we are in Q2. And down here, we do see them talking more so about like the further decentralization. They're talking about a little bit of a competition that they're doing within their hackathon. But before that, we did see a few other things, like HSCS is launched on the mainnet on February 2nd. Ubisoft is announced as a Hedera governing council member, and a lot more. Like, as you guys do see up here, like with smart contracts 2.0, like, there's so much happening in just a short amount of time. You even go back to like Q4 2021. DBS Bank and ServiceNow are announced of as Hedera governing council members. I can't even talk right now. But these were huge names, like ServiceNow, direct connections to Fortune 500 companies. And like I said, what other company out there, and I know that people are going to look at this and say, all right, well, they're controlled by, much larger entities. That's not the case. We've talked about this. Like, these are all major corporations from specific industries that make it fully diverse in that own sort of aspect. It is still extremely, decentralized because of the industries that these companies are centered around. But like I said, like, ServiceNow was a huge announcement, and it did get announced at a weird time, like November of 2021. It was like right around like the topping point of, this entire market, which everyone really kind of thought was like, all right, well, that's it. Like, HBAR is going to go to the moon from this. It ended up being a top signal. But to me, there's going to be a lot more announcements going forward. Like I said yesterday, right? A lot of these banking clients are now joining the team. A lot of them are really kind of discussing Hedera, which tells me that a lot of the NDAs are actually kind of, coming up on their expiration dates. So we will see a lot more discussions, a lot more utility cases coming out, and I'm very, very excited for this. Also, just recently, Envision Blockchain posted about Hedera. Ever wanted to know how much businesses will need to budget to create ESG assets like carbon offsets on-chain? We created a new dry run feature in the Hedera Guardian, which executes a policy in memory. Watch the Sprint 11 demo at 151 to see it. This is an important step for businesses. The dry run feature shows logs, artifacts, and transactions. You could then use the fee calculator here for forecasting and budgeting. And this is huge. Remember what I told you guys about the Guardian. The Guardian is a huge area for Hedera to focus on, but also Envision Blockchain is focused on many areas in regards to industries. Check out the industries tab, right? You do see voluntary ecological markets, automotive, aviation, energy and utilities, finance and insurance, government, healthcare and life sciences, oil and gas, telecom, transportation and logistics, and even quality assurance. They are focused on many areas. And like I said, their main thing is, of course, the Guardian with Hedera, as that is focused on ESG, but there's a lot more that they are also focused on. You actually do see a lot of their Web3 services are centered around things that Hedera is also focused on. You do see like tokenization. You do see a few other things like smart contract development and auditing, mobile and web UI/UX development. Like this is going to be a big, one to continue to focus on. They are focused on like the next gen applications and Web3 services, but they also have some major connections to some major companies. Like for example, Boeing is on here, Corda, New York University and things like that, Consensus, Web3 Labs. Like they are a leader behind this, specific sector. Web3 is going to be huge. Hedera Hashgraph, Microsoft connections again. I'm waiting for the day that Microsoft is a confirmed GC member, similar to like. It's funny, right? Because similar to Coinbase with Hedera, we have been waiting so long for Coinbase to officially list Hedera. Now we finally got it. I'm waiting for the day that Microsoft is a confirmed GC member. If you guys have been watching my videos for a while, you're already aware that Microsoft has direct connections with MTech, to Hedera, and all of the other major partnerships that Hedera has. A lot of them are already connected to Microsoft. Now, I'm not saying that that's going to be a guarantee that they will be, directly tied to Microsoft. I'm just saying, like, I'm still expecting at some point in time a GC member announcement with Microsoft. But all of these major blockchains are connected here. You do see a few like, EOS, Stellar, Hyperledger Fabric, Corda, Quorum, Cardano, Polygon, Hedera Hashgraph, and even Ethereum. And I love to see, Hedera being at the top here, sitting right around Polygon and Ethereum. I don't know if they do fully break down anything. So yeah, they don't really break down too much, but we do see like an ecosystem platform that presents a faster and more secure alternative to a traditional blockchain. And I love the fact that they are not calling it like your typical blockchain. Like this is an alternative to the traditional blockchain scene, which I think that that's awesome. But like I said, this is a huge company to focus on as they have direct connections to some of the major giants around this space. You do see like a few of them here. And I don't know if they give us statistics around what they are focused on. So yeah, I mean, like it's not a lot of statistics within what they are trying to do here. It's more so kind of just centered on Web3. But also, like I said, Hedera is going to be a Web3 giant, but also they are going to be a sustainability giant. They have a lot of sustainability use cases, which is a huge thing right now to really kind of focus on. I told you guys right now, focus on the government specific spotlights that they have been releasing. Breadcrumbs have showed us that they are focused on sustainability and the green aspect. So when we really kind of look at that, we also pay attention to like the green CBDC move that they have been really kind of focused on as well, because Hedera would be the perfect DLT for a green CBDC issuance. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys have more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As it's up to you all, have a beautiful day, a beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.